Okay, let's put in some trades just to show you how AutoScaler works. Just to give you an idea of what I have done. Let's take a look at the settings real quickly. This is kind of like this is the settings that I like. You can set them however you like, all right? But I like doing it this way. I'm putting in 3 additional trades. I'm setting them 3 pips apart. I'm using the follow manual trade, take profit and stop loss settings. I've set those to true. So what that means is when price reaches my take profit or stop loss on the first trade that I take, the manual trade, all of the AutoScaler trades which trigger will be given the same price point for their take profit and stop loss. So I will, when price hits a certain point, boom, that's it. All the trades are out. All the open trades are closed anyway. I'm using a 20 pip take profit, 20 pip stop loss. This is just for demonstration purposes only. Normally I would take a little bit more take profit and a lot less stop loss to give myself a better risk reward ratio, but I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. So anyway, those are the settings. Price is kind of in the middle of the range right now, but it's running into some lines of resistance that just they're not on this chart. You can't see them. I see them on some other charts. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in a sell trade here. Just use the one-click method here. We can trade straight off the charts. And so we have our original trade, 3 additional trades. There is the take profit. There is the stop loss. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right now, and we'll come back and we'll take a look and see how this trade turned out. Okay, let's take a look at the gold chart. Let me go ahead and just throw a sell trade in right now real quickly. And then I'll explain to you what's going on. Right now, price has run into a level of resistance. I'm expecting it to bounce down a little bit, so fingers crossed, that's what's going to happen. I have the 3 additional sell trades. I set these 5 pips apart, and with gold, you need a setting actually of 50 in order to get 5, because a pip is valued as 10 cents per pip. So if you want 5 pip space between your trades, you have to set it at 50. So anyway, I think price is going to go down because we are bouncing off of that level of resistance. So let's just shut the video down now, and we'll come back and take a look at it and see how it goes. Okay, so here we are looking at the euro-dollar chart. We actually, this trade, the sell trade, eventually moved into profit, and we got out with our pip goal of 20 pips on the original trade. Just quickly recap, we got into the sell back here around 8:15, I think it was 8:14, 8:15 sold. Ended up getting to 20. We spaced the trades 3 pips apart, so we banked 20, 17, 14, and 11. That works out to what, 12, 62 pips on the euro dollar trade, which is not bad. So that gives you some idea of how this works. Now there's another gold trade that we took as well just a few minutes after we got into this one, and I'll switch over in a second and we'll look at that chart. Okay, gold trade worked out. It did sell. In fact, we sold the gold with the same time we sold the euro dollar, and there's a lot of times you'll see a correlation between those two, since the dollar makes up half of both pairs. If it's a strong dollar, then stronger than the euro, gold tends to react in the same direction. If the dollar is weak, euro tends to go up, and gold tends to do the same thing. So today we had sort of a stronger dollar. We had some news that came out around 10 o'clock, and that it didn't hurt. Didn't really help, but it didn't hurt either. Slightly dollar positive, I guess. But somewhere around 8:16 we sold. Now I had was trading a mini lot on euro dollar. I was trading a full lot on gold, so we ended up capturing 30 pips on the original trade, and so we ended up with a 300 on the original, 250 on the second one, 200 on the third, and 150 on the next one. So that's like 90 pips, $900 on a full lot trade, $90 on a mini lot trade. So worked out real well. So anyway, just that gives you an idea of what it looks like when we trade live with AutoScaler. So if you've got any questions, get back in touch with me. I'll see what I can do to answer them. See you later. And yeah, no, actually, I'm looking at probably either Laughlin, Nevada, or possibly one of those little towns in Arizona. Okay, there we close. That would be the buy. Let's see what happens. If it does, in fact, keep going up, we have a weekly pivot line right here coincident with R1. So that may be not the most we could hope for. You know, your overall loss exposure, that's 12 is kind of optimal. I wanted to use 10, but the problem with 10 is because of the spread, you can find yourself in a position where you're not even forming a full box and you're still getting tapped out. So it just seems 12 is kind of like optimal. If we do get past it, then I like this trade a lot more. Also running into the 200 on the 1 minute, so we have sort of a concurrent lines. But we're above everything on the 15, and that bodes well too. But with a tight stop like this, there's not a lot of margin for error. Should be in trade number 2 now. And we should see the step stop trigger in another pip or so, since it's based off of the ask prices actually, because we're in a buy trade, so it needs to go up another pip or so, pip and a half, whatever the spread happens to be on that. That'll trigger the step to get a little bit closer. And it just moved. When you're, especially you're trading with AutoScaler, because you got multiple trades, and you don't want to suddenly find yourself in a bunch of them, just simply because spreads got widened, not because there was any true price action. So far, 22 has been a bit of a problem. If we get, 23, 24, I'm going to feel a lot better about this. Now, see, now I'm already feeling a lot better about it now. Yeah, we cleared all the major lines on all 3 charts. The 50, 100, 200 we're above everything now, which is good. Like I said, the big issue now is, can we get up to or past this weekly pivot at 38? Best case scenario is that we get another one of these big candles and we blow right through it and keep going. Not counting on that, but if we get up to 38 or thereabouts, that will be 22 or 23 pips, which makes this about 60 pip trade at that point, which is not bad. But sellers are just being recalcitrant right now. They need to go get coffee and donuts and come back in about 20 minutes. Well, for better or worse, I am in all 4 trades now. This is now essentially a 20 pip trade. But I want to see if we're actually going to get up and touch and possibly even clear weekly pivot. We have effectively locked in now at the step stop. We're locked in at plus 20. If we fall back to 50, I'm closing it. You know what? We hit R2. I'm closing it. I'm good. I'm good. That's about a 110 pip trade. I'm good.